No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done.
Okay, people, so a lot of people might be very disappointed by this news, but I absolutely have to bring it to you guys' attention. And to a certain degree and in a certain regard, I am very saddened by this. I am very I don't want to say disappointed, but it's just not a great thing to hear. But at the same time, there's a silver lining to it. But essentially, Jujutsu Kaisen, the manga that is published every week in Weekly Shonen Jump, will be going on an indefinite hiatus due to the author Gege Akutami's health. We got all the info right here, so we're gonna read it. But fam, man, I'm really heartbroken to hear this, because just keeping it real, Jujutsu Kaisen has been one of my favorite things to read every single week this year. Like, it's just been phenomenal, man. Like, if you watched my last few reviews, you could tell in my face, like, holy shit, you know, I'm having a blast talking about this. I'm having a blast reading it. So for this to happen, it does really suck for the readers. It does suck of like, god damn, you know what I'm saying? I love my weekly fix of Jujutsu Kaisen, but there's a few things to take into account. Like, for starters, I just reported last night on what's been going on, where Gege Akutami, it was about 2 weeks ago now, had submitted some pages into Weekly Shonen Jump, and there were unfinished pages in the bunch that she had released, and people were giving her some flack about it, and eventually she had to actually come out with a statement regarding the criticisms or backlash or whatever you want to call it. So it was already kind of showcasing that there was something wrong with Gege Akutami. Like, things were like, you know, if you're having constant breaks and things like that, it did seem like, you know, maybe it's a little bit stressful, but I didn't expect for it to be to this extent. But yeah, let's read exactly what was said and we'll talk. There's a few things to read through. For starters, the first announcement was Jujutsu Kaisen will be taking an indefinite hiatus after this week's Weekly Shonen Jump issue number 28 due to Gege Akutami's health condition. According to the mangaka's note, it should take around a month, but nothing is exactly specified. Jujutsu Kaisen's hiatus notice. To our readers, thank you for always reading Jujutsu Kaisen. Due to the poor physical condition of Akutami Gege, Jujutsu Kaisen will be absent for some time from the next issue onward. Akutami wanted to continue writing, but after several discussions with the editorial department, it has been decided that it's better for Akutami to take a break for a certain period of time. We determined it was the best decision for the mangaka to recover their physical condition. More information will be given in the upcoming Weekly Shonen Jump issue. We apologize to all the readers who have been following us, so we look forward to our continued support. From Akutami Gege, I've been asked by the editorial department to take a break from the series, but I don't want to slow down the weekly serialization of Jujutsu Kaisen, since I like to draw the end of the series as soon as possible and just put a hold on my answer. However, I'm just not able to recover my schedule compared to other mangaka when they take a single break. If nothing is done about this, the same thing will be repeated over and over again, so I decided to accept the proposal from the editorial department. The suspension period should be about 1 month. Even if I say I'm sick, it's not any serious illness. My mental health is completely fine, so do not worry about it. I'm really sorry. I'll have to keep you waiting. Once I come back, I'll do my best with the serialization. So I want to stress something really dope, because if I can give criticism, I can also give praise to a company. Shout outs to Shueisha and shout outs to Jump for actually telling Akutami, hey, we know you want to keep on writing, but it's clear that you're having some, you know, health issues. Take a break. We're telling you, no, we want you to take a break. Take a certain period of time, get it together so you're not destroying yourself, and then come back. So absolutely, I have to do it. I have to say thank you from the bottom of all of our hearts, I'm sure. Thank you, Shonen Jump, for having this type of consideration for an author, because we've seen the effects. Fam, we've seen the effects. And this is probably, I don't want to say exactly, but this is probably another thing that you could attribute to a blessing that came out of the horrible news of what happened with Kentaro Miura. Probably we just seen what happened with Kentaro Miura, and they're like, yo, we can't have that happen. We got to make sure that our authors aren't going to that extent and we don't suffer something like that. So maybe that's a chain reaction from Kentaro Miura, and Shonen Jump is like, yo, this is serious. We can't play around. Like, we actually have to tell Gege Akutami, relax, take a break. Again, it could be 1 month. It could be more. I'm not expecting, just being real, I'm not expecting anything over like 2 to 3 months. And if it is, then so be it, because I always say, don't get me wrong, I'm a Jujutsu Kaisen fan. I love this story. I love these characters. I love damn near everything about it. But if Gege Akutami isn't physically capable of doing it, then there's no point. It'll just crash and burn, and we'll see the effects of, things that happen like with Kentaro Miura or Yoshihiro Togashi, which it's really, really scarily, I don't want to say ironic, I don't know what would be the word for it, of, Gege Akutami has praised and, showed support and said they've been inspired and all sorts of things by Yoshihiro Togashi with Hunter x Hunter. We've seen it throughout Jujutsu Kaisen, and it's just oozing all over the series, and the author in general is like a massive Yoshihiro Togashi inspired fan in general. And then to actually hear things like this, we don't want it to go down the same path. We don't want it where their health gets so horrible, Gege Akutami can't draw anymore, that we're going 2 or 3 years waiting for a chapter and things like that, and this person is suffering. Like, everybody loses all around. Most importantly, the author suffering from health conditions, the fans that have been supporting having to be basically left on kind of to be continued. Like, nobody wants that. So absolutely take this break. It's a blessing in disguise because, hey, Gege gets to relax. I'm sure it's not the greatest thing in terms of, like, yeah, as an author and as an artist and as a creator, nobody likes to be told, yo, pump the brakes, you gotta relax. So I probably am imagining Gege isn't really happy about that, but I'm also glad that Gege said my mental health is fine. That's a great thing to hear too. Like, we take mental health here serious, and yeah, it's a shitty situation, but a blessing in disguise, I feel. And if it helps Gege, by golly, take a month, take 2 months, take 3 months. I'm very saddened by it, don't get me wrong. Jujutsu Kaisen was on pace on being my favorite and the best manga of 2021 for me, but I understand it and I respect it. And again, shout out to Shonen Jump for making this decision. Gege Akutami, we all send you best wishes. We all wish you a speedy recovery. Yeah, it's just, man, sad. But yeah, people, just wanted to bring this to you guys' attention. Again, please don't be sending any type of messages to Jump or anything like that, telling them like, oh, you better let Gege Akutami back, or, hurry up with it. Like, please don't do that. We don't need that toxicity right now. Right now, we definitely just need to pray for healing for Gege Akutami so they could get back on their feet and get back in the ball game and just in general not be suffering, because I'm imagining that's one of the products of why we're getting these unfinished pages and stuff. The physical health and the mental health and all of that stuff comes first, and then we could get our product. So for this one, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, hit that bell to get all notifications. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, links are in the description below. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day, and remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life, boy. Have an awesome day, peace in, and speedy recovery. Get well. We wish you nothing but the best, Gege Akutami sensei. We will be waiting here for your amazing story to return.
So just go to